Welcome. You are now tuned in with Eyesonpodium podcast, and I'm here with my bros, and it's playoff time, so you know what we doing. We talking about playoffs. If they made it here, they worth the conversation. How y'all feeling this week?
Man, what a week.
It's episode 86 too.
What a week of basketball, man.
What a week of basketball. Let's get into it, man. So much to talk about. Like, comment, subscribe. Share with your friends, share with your men, share with your girls, share with your sister.
All that.
Every third. Man, I'm thirsty to talk about these games. Let's get into it.
I don't read no comments. I don't care what they say. Time and place, we can talk about it. Last night I was wildin'. Made 2K over 2K. It's a new day and I'm back to problem. Bank account be crowded. By next you don't need 5 rooms. Soundproof, watch them doubt it. Hey, they try to talk me out here. I done wasted some greatness just sitting there trying to think about it. I go John Moran and give all of my homies rollies. I'm a hot pick, rolling with me, gon' be low-key. Best believe it's more of us, but today I'm dolly. Grab me by the hand, damn, she don't even know me. Open hit the corner for the 3, nobody noticed them. Catch me out in traffic, keep it curry when I'm closing up. No one should be talking, eyes on podium. No one should be talking, keep your eyes on the podium. Yeah. No one should be talking, eyes on podium. Yeah, look, open hit the corner for the 3, nobody noticed. Catch me out in traffic, keep it curry when I'm closing up. No one should be talking, keep your eyes on the podium. No one should be talking, yeah, eyes on podium. Triple doubles in my sleeve, got protection over me. I don't always gotta speak, but I always gotta speak. Going slow is not for me, ain't nobody holding me. Triple doubles in my sleeve, got protection over me. I don't always gotta speak, but I always gotta speak. Going slow is not for me, ain't nobody holding me. Open at the corner for the 3, no.
Making them play at their pace. You don't want to play it.
Yeah,
man.
sure.
Can y'all hear me? All right, perfect.
Loud and clear.
This is Slugfest in the Garden. We got to talk about it. I already predicted Knicks in 5, right? So nothing that's happening really is surprising me outside of Brunson not really being him. But we're a better team. When I say we, I mean the Knicks. They're a better team. They got a better bench play. If there's any team that can actually try to guard and contain Joel Embiid, it would be the Knicks. It will be Isaiah Hartenstein, 7th in offensive rebounding. Mitch Robinson, number 1 in offensive rebounding. It would be all defensive players, talent players, centers to actually try and do that. And after game 1, seeing how slow Brunson looked as far as like how he got his stuff, how inefficient he was, I was very surprised at how inefficient he was. After that, and then we came into game 2, and then balled out towards the end of the game. I'm more confident in my Knicks in 5. I feel like the Knicks is about to go into Philly right now. They're gonna win game 3, and this is the game that Brunson plays better.
Yeah, that's the scary part about this team too. Jalen Brunson hasn't been shooting good. He shot 8 for 29 from the field. That's disgusting. But we won, you know?
Right.
It's rare that that your best player plays bad and you end up winning the game.
Yep.
But this is playoff basketball. Everybody has to step up.
Mm-hmm.
And people did. I'm going to start from the bottom. Boogeyman came in, hit some threes. McBride came in, played defense. And we was talking about this earlier. McBride plays defense. We already know that. And the plus is every basket. So every basket he get is a plus. He ended the game with 9 points. It's a plus. It's a plus. It's a plus. So Knicks are going into Philly, and they're three of their most important players are Villanova They went to Villanova and won the championship there. So this could be a third home game tomorrow.
That's what I predicted to be.
This could be a third home game, and it's 2 hours from New York. So
I mean, they really just got to split this too. They just got to split one. Chris?
Yeah, I mean, that win, game 2 for the Knicks was literally just, it was just a president of the identity of who the Knicks are. They're tough, scrappy, the way they're coached. Tom Thibodeau, the toughness, the grind it out, fight till the end. That's their identity. They're an extremely tough team, and they're not someone you can literally just, try to cruise on, especially at the end of a game. While many thought it was over, the Knicks fought back and got through it and won the game. I heard the Philly announcer who was covering the game in Philly. He said the job is done with like 30 seconds left, and I believe I think Philly was up 4 or 5. They thought the game it's 5. They thought the game was over.
They was up 5 with 47 seconds left to go.
Yeah, they were up 5, and he was calling the game, and that was just the fight in New York. Again, just to reiterate what Henny was saying too. Those other guys stepping up were huge. Jalen have it going, and you had guys that, have been getting into the rotation late in the later end of the year, like McBride, who's been playing extremely well going into the playoffs, which is a benefit because now that is coming into fruition now in the playoffs. He's stepping up, hitting big shots, playing good defense. I saw that scrappy play when I believe Tyrese got the defensive rebound. He ripped it from him and got a layup.
Threw it to the ground. Yep.
The Knicks are just as a whole, they're just dogs. Yeah. And that fight is what's going to get them through this series, which makes it very tough on Embiid. If this was a team that wasn't so physical and so tough, I could see Philly getting through it.
Right.
But the tenacity and the physicality that New York brings, Philly can't. Philly's not going to, especially with a hobbled Embiid. They can't match that. They can't match that.
And then you have people saying,
Embiid is go ahead.
They got people saying, play Paul Reed. Play Paul Reed. He gets cooked every single time Reed is in the game. He
played 9 minutes. He played 9 minutes. Well, probably like 9:30. He was -6.
And he's the one who wanted the Knicks smoke.
He wanted the smoke.
It's the easier one.
Yo, they and it's so funny because like they thought it was over. In the regular season, if you play in the regular season, a lot of teams will give up. They'll be like, all right, cool, whatever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But this is not the Knicks.
This is playoff basketball, baby.
Henny, how do you feel about Jalen Brunson not really playing up to par? I would say. How much games you get?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm very concerned. Everybody knows I am not a fan of Julius Randle. Everybody knows that, and I can't show sympathy for one and not for the other. Jalen Brunson has to step it up. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. It just is. You're our starting point guard, and they throw some length on you. Now you disappearing. You know, you was in talks for MVP.
Mm.
You know,
Um,
you got every team down the coast away games chanting MVP
That's true.
on so this is unacceptable. He has to find a way to be more efficient, and these two games, these two home games in Philly, he has to find a way to be more efficient, and we can blow out this team. We can have a blowout team. We can blow
I
him out
definitely,
if he's more efficient.
I definitely agree with Henny. I think over the course of these last couple of days, I'm sure Jalen Brunson has studied a lot of film. Hopefully, so he can find out where he can be most efficient and find his spots. I did sense, I don't know if you guys did, a lack of aggression from Brunson.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like a lot of his shots weren't in his spots. I feel like he was just taking shots just to try to get himself in a rhythm instead of getting to his spots to be able to get himself in a rhythm. I saw it later down the stretch of the game where he was getting to, the mid range where he could pull up on one leg. Those awkward shots where he could hit off the glass, those are his spots. I feel like he practices those. But I saw a lot of settling for the jump shots over the length, which he can make, but I feel like he usually gets that after he gets to his spots in the mid range and get into the rim when he gets into the rhythm, and that's when those shots start to fall for him. So I want to see. I expect him to come out very aggressive tomorrow, and them to try to find ways to get him open and scoring easier baskets very early on. So I feel like if they get him going early, I got the Knicks. I got the Knicks winning. I got the Knicks with the sweepy sweep.
I commend Kelly Oubre and Nick Batum. They do not fall for the pump fakes.
Yeah,
they do not fall for it. They stand out. They implemented that in practice perfectly. Do not move. When he stops, you stop. That's it. And that's his move. Everybody knows it, but they haven't been stopping it.
Right.
But all of a sudden, nobody's jumping no more.
I think
so. He has to find a way around it.
I from watching the game back, there's 3 defenders on him at all times. Because they are not guarding Josh Hart at all.
Yeah.
At all.
If you
he's taking a lot of threes.
And this is why Josh Hart is scoring at the pace that he's scoring at. Because whoever's guarding Josh Hart, if that's, I don't know, Kyle Lowry or Tobias Harris, Buddy Hill, they're in the paint. They're sitting in the paint, or they at the nail.
Yeah.
So it's like
they want to lose by Josh Hart.
So that's what's really making it very difficult. All his shots, if you really look at it, you have Embiid there. The person who's guarding him and whoever's guarding Josh Hart is always in the picture. It's insane. They're completely selling out, which is why Josh Hart, which is why he has to shoot over the defender.
And it's funny because this is how you would want to lose to a player like Josh Hart. Even last night, the Timberwolves Suns game, the Suns, they said, all right, let McDaniels beat us. He did. Well, do I expect him to do it again the next game? No. But did they expect Josh Hart to do it twice, the first and the second game? No. But he's good. He's good enough to do that.
Capable. He's extremely capable.
Yeah, he's capable. And that's the thing about this team. This team has great role players who are able to step up multiple times. And Brunson didn't have a good game yet. That's crazy. But our best player did not have a good game yet, and we're up 2-0.
And
that's scary.
I think something else that is scary too is because Brunson has been struggling so much, it's been overshadowed that Anunoby hasn't even been playing that well offensively yet either.
He hasn't.
He hasn't. So that's another dude that if he gets into rhythm too offensively,
they're not the Knicks though. That's
so my concern with OG is not his offense. I'm not really concerned. It's the Maxey that he's not making it really difficult for Maxey.
Yeah,
feel
right.
like Maxey's coming downhill.
Maxey's doing.
Maxey's playing amazing. He's
Amazing.
We're not making him uncomfortable. All he do
like the
is
best
get
guard in the
rebounds
best
and
guard in
go.
the series. He's playing
Get
like the best
rebounds
guard in the
and
series.
go. It's beautiful to see. It's beautiful to see. It's really beautiful because we're not stopping him. We're not stop. He gets the rebound and go. He's rebounding. So I don't know if we maybe have to put another guard on him. Maybe have to start somebody else. Huh?
How much boards?
How many minutes?
How much rebounds?
Maxey had 9.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah, he almost had a triple double. He had 10 assists.
Oh wow.
He almost had a triple double. So we might. It's a give and take. The reason why it works is because they're forcing us to make threes. That's a long rebound. That's why he's getting the rebound and he's out because we're a great offensive rebounding team because we don't shoot a lot of threes. So now that they're forcing us to shoot a lot of threes, it causes the ball to bounce. He gets the rebound. They're out. So that's why he's being successful because we try to go for the offensive rebound.
Every single time.
And like Josh Hart, our bigs, they're trying to rebound. So
every single
we
time.
might have to maybe do half and half and making sure that there's 3 back or something like that. Like maybe our big has to get back. Don't even worry about the offensive rebound and just let Josh Hart try. You know, something different. But we have to stop Maxey from getting out on the open court.
Yeah,
Nobody can show him
definitely can't let Embiid and Maxey go off together.
Yeah.
I believe they.
Embiid is not even moving. Embiid is not even moving, and that's the bad thing too. With his screens, it's like he stays there, so it's hard to roll when the picker is not rolling either.
I'm gonna be
so
honest,
that's another thing.
I said Phoenix. I said Knicks in 5 because I do not believe in the 76ers. I think their roster sucks.
I agree.
I think their roster sucks. Like, outside of Maxey, you have Oubre who's on a vet minimum. Batum is 36. He's old. He's washed. You have Kyle Lowry who's 38. He's been 18 years in the game. What are we talking about? I just don't believe in their roster. Tobias Harris is awful. He's awful. He's getting paid $40 million.
4 for 11, 2 for 5 from the 3-point line.
When
-5.
Tobias Harris has the ball in his hands, I'm calm. Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
He took some threes. I was like, whatever.
18 points from Kyle Lowry. Who's going to be that third person to give them 18 points? Because it can't be Kelly Oubre. He's tired. He's running around guarding somebody who's shooting 30 shots.
Yeah.
Everybody, all his energy has to go to defense.
And he only played 26 minutes. That Batum played 33.
And they're both guarding Brunson when they
Jalen Brunson, yeah. Shout out to Josh Hart for playing 48.
Buddy Hill lost to Villanova in the
oh wow.
In college, which is why I feel like he's scared when he sees Dante. He sees Dante, he passes the ball quickly. Like, yes, buddy. That's my buddy.
Nah, I want Buddy to have the ball. By all means.
Bro, so I don't want him to shoot. I don't want him to get it going.
That's fine, but he could dribble. He not can dribble, but I would like him to dribble.
He wants him to dribble.
Yeah, I want him to have the ball. I don't want him to give it up so he could come off a screen. That's where he's worse. That's where he's deadly. Nah, keep the ball. Keep it out of Maxey and Joel's hands.
Oh.
Shout out to Joel for not moving and still being
he
a really
got
good
0
center.
rebounds in the second half.
He did. He can't move. He did, and that led to offensive rebound and a dish out for the 3.
Getting boogie on.
Yeah. Yep.
I know you like
four players. I give an excuse for Joel. The other 3 that was standing there, no excuse. No excuse.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Joel boxed out Josh Hart. He boxed out Josh Hart.
Barely. Josh Hart was still there.
Nope.
They all were just looking.
Yep.
He can't fly. That was too easy. No one jumped with him. No one jumped with him.
Yeah.
They just thought the game was just gonna be over. It was like they was waiting for they were just hoping for the bell to sound.
Right.
Oh man, I don't know, man. So y'all think it's gonna be 3-0?
Knicks in 5. I'm with you. Knicks in 5.
Knicks
I
in
think
5.
I think
the Knicks get
they
one.
get
I
one.
just don't know I don't know which one. I think Philly could take the next game. I feel like they will come out strong, especially after the loss they just took. And then I feel like New York regroups, and then they win game 4 and 5.
Agreed.
If Philly takes a game, it has to be tomorrow. If they
If
don't win
Philly takes a
tomorrow,
game, it has to be tomorrow.
it has to be tomorrow.
Yeah, because we don't want
Sure.
we going Sunday. I'll be in Philly on Sunday.
Eyesonpodium will be in the building on Sunday.
Hey, make sure y'all represent whatever team y'all representing. Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not.
Scared of these Philly fans, man.
Shaq already asked me, "Oh, what you wearing?" He asked me what you
I
wearing.
got 100 guns, 100 clips.
Nah.
Yes.
All right, let's go to
New
Phoenix.
York.
Suns go down 0-2 to the T-Wolves, man.
Oh my God! Please let me start.
I had the Suns in 6. I'm gonna be honest. I actually predicted the Suns was gonna lose their first round playoff matchup months ago.
Now he got to double back.
Yeah, now you
Now
triple back.
It looks like I got to double back. And here's the thing about me flip flopping. I don't like the Suns. I think they're terrible. I think they built like the dude from Despicable Me, the villain. Like they built terrible.
Jokic. Yeah, he's doing a press run. I don't know how they got Jokic to do that press run for Despicable Me 4. Despicable Me 4. He's doing an awesome job. I love it because he's an actor. He's really good. But go ahead.
But yeah, I'm like, you guys, Bradley Beal is redundant, right? And I don't know, like, KD get his, Booker's getting locked up. They don't have nobody to do anything else.
Yeah, that's mainly the problem. They cannot rebound and they cannot defend. And that's what Minnesota does. They rebound and they defend. You know.
Yo, look, and this is the thing. Go ahead, Chris. Sorry. I'm Anthony.
And yeah, Kevin Durant had it going in game 1, but then he struggled in game 2.
Right.
Booker struggled in games 1 and 2. And again, Bradley Beal is redundant. They all do the same thing. They all are top tier scorers, but you're also playing a high level defensive team, right? They are also making it very difficult, right? They're packing the paint for Kevin Durant, right? Forcing him to rely on jump shots over 7-footers. Jaden McDaniels is terrorizing Devin Booker with his length. Terrorizing him.
Oh my God.
And Anthony Edwards called it. He said, yeah, they got Kevin Durant, but we got Jaden McDaniels. And Jaden McDaniels is the X factor right now for this team. Anthony Edwards, he had a big game 1, but he made 3 field goals in game 2. I have 15 points, and they got destroyed. It was just a testament to the others for the Timberwolves and their defensive and rebounding efforts. The Suns have no others. It's just those 3. And if those 3 are struggling, they got no chance.
No chance.
They have no one that could guard a chair.
Yeah.
They have no chance.
Yo, this is what I've seen in that game yesterday. KD took 1 shot in the 4th. 1 shot. 1 shot. That's unacceptable. They don't have the playmaking to get these players in their spots. I don't want Devin Booker running my point guard to try to get Bradley Beal and the 36-year-old KD in their spots. I want him to get in their spots. Who's going to set him up? He's the one that has to do that. KD has to play the 4. He's going up against Cat, who 2 years ago was playing the center position. Then when he gets past him, he terribly outweighs KD by a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, now he's going up against Gobert. This is not the matchup for KD.
Mm-hmm.
This is not good for him, and he's not even getting into the spots. So the Suns. Oh my!
I'm not worried about KD getting his. I'm not worried about that. But to your point, Henny, they have no point guard.
Right.
They have no facilitator. They have no one to say, "All right,
At
cool.
all.
D-Book, you really took 2 bad shots. So
Yeah.
I'm really gonna call this this play for Bill. He hasn't touched the ball 3 times going on the court.
Right. He's
a rhythm player.
I don't think Devin Booker has that ability, that thought process. At him being a point guard, his thought process for that is, I think he's just getting the ball. Okay, if I don't have a shot, let me see who else I could give it to. I don't think he's looking at the numbers of it, like, okay,
because to
Bradley
play
only
that
touched the
role,
ball.
it's difficult.
Yeah, it's really difficult. It is.
And you
It
know
is.
what the crazy part is? When you look at those 3 players, right? When you look at their careers, their best years are when they had a point guard.
Yes.
Right.
Their best years are when they had a point guard.
Right.
So to construct this team and put them out of position from such an important position like the point guard position, to rip that away and have 3 redundant players like that, that's a recipe for disaster.
They were doomed the moment that CBA was created last off season, right? Because they made the trade before the new CBA was completed. So
Yeah.
I think if they would have, if the new CBA would have been completed, they knew everything, I don't think they make this trade, because this trade for KD ruined them. Now they have to really rely on vet players. You got to
vet minimums.
That's what you all for the future. What are you gonna do in the offseason?
Yeah, you relying on Eric Gordon and Nurkic and Eubanks
as a top, and you're paying 3 guys $50 million. 176. You at the first apron. You just paid Grayson Allen 17. That's 167.
You know what's the funny part? They can't even play these. They can't even. They're playing Devin Eubanks, Eric Gordon, Royce O'Neal.
Hey,
and Eubanks, whatever his name is, he can't get a rebound.
Yeah. Oh, he
get a rebound.
He was getting to the basket.
He was shooting.
That's
threes.
The problem. He was getting to the basket. At least he was attempted. He had more shots in the fourth than huh?
Keep going. My bad.
He had more shots than KD in the fourth. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
But that ain't their problem is defending and rebounding.
I feel like they're doing a great job with Anthony Edwards. Is they're letting him see these doubles because he's still having a problem with that, like HB said before. But it's just the others. They just let everybody do whatever they do. McDaniels, he had 28. I watched him go to the lane twice, back to back. The same move.
No defense.
Nurkic just stood there.
Yeah.
And they got Rudy Gobert looking like a playoff defender. Let's talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Lord have mercy.
Let's talk about it.
I've said this. He deserves. He's
shedding that criticism of himself.
Yeah.
And I think KD was one of the people who said it. I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody was like,
I think it was,
how can you be
DeMarcus Cousins?
DeMarcus Cousins. How can you be Defensive Player of the Year if you get played off the court in the playoffs? People have been saying that about him for years.
So you can't say you can't finish games down the stretch.
But and people that don't watch the games don't know that it's not his fault. The guards could not guard the point guards that made him look crazy.
Attack defenders. Now you got somebody like Ant Edwards,
right? And McDaniels,
and McDaniels.
Yep. They could keep their defenders in front of them, and he could just sit back there. And if they so happen to pass him, they're already tired from using all their dribble moves. That's an easy block. This team is looking great, man. This team is looking great.
Wolves in 4.
Wolves in 4? You think it's a sweep?
That's tough.
Bro, I don't think Suns have a chance.
Yeah.
I really don't. I just feel like when you look at the X's and O's of the series, the Suns cannot play defense. They cannot stop anyone. Right?
Yeah.
Their best bet is Ant, right? And God forbid he figures it out this series. Right? Looking at some film and figuring out what he could do to be most effective
When
when
they
he's getting
attack
double
me,
teamed.
when they attack,
Yeah.
yeah, he ain't
Yeah,
never seen
they'll-
this. He's never. This is his first playoffs. He's never seen this type of attack double before. So I give him, I give him grace for that.
Yeah,
He'll eventually figure it out.
I mean,
And
if
it's
there was
just
gonna be one game that the Suns win, it would have been this. It would have been game 2 where
Mhm.
he didn't play well, he didn't shoot well,
yeah,
and Karl Anthony Towns got into foul trouble,
outro,
and he
yeah.
didn't play well, right? He didn't score a lot as much as he did, but they still won.
They
And
got Jaden
and,
McDaniels. That's why.
and I don't even think this is a situation where the Suns could figure it out. I think the
Yeah.
Wolves have figured the Suns out.
Yeah.
And
I
I
like
feel like
that.
the Suns just don't have an answer for it. They cannot rebound with them.
Mhm.
They cannot guard.
Mm-hmm.
The Wolves are slowing down Devin Booker.
Mm-hmm.
You got to rely on Kevin Durant to beat you offensively for an entire game.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not going to work.
Yeah.
It's just I just feel like their recipe just not work. I don't see Jaden McDaniels being not being able to continue to slow him down.
I mean,
So I
this
just think the Wolves.
this has me. This has me thinking about if the Wolves end up winning this
Here we
series,
go. How did we get here every single time? You always trap me, and I'm sick of it.
if the
I'm sick of
Wolves
it. Go
end
ahead.
up
Go ahead,
winning
bro.
this series,
Go ahead, bro. You get me so tight. Oh, son, I'm so
could
tired.
Detroit be calling for Devin Booker to go back home?
He's not going there.
Why? I mean,
what?
a rebuild?
He's
with
not.
Monty?
He's not.
Why would he
going
want to
there.
rebuild?
With
Nobody. He
Monty
is
and
not.
Cade?
He is not trying to
Jalen
rebuild.
Duran?
No, bro. No.
Nah.
And they got mad
He-
pieces.
Devin Booker has been to the NBA Finals. He is not trying to go backwards.
He's not.
He
going
is not.
backwards.
He is
That
going
a
backwards.
move.
That is
They haven't
backwards.
even proven
It's a
anything.
retool.
No, absolutely not.
First of
He's
all,
coming to the.
here's the thing, though, guys.
He is coming to the New York Knicks.
He's under contract. He really don't have a say where he goes.
He don't.
He don't
He
got a no
don't.
trade clause. That would be Bradley Beal.
He gonna be there with 20 vets.
That would be Bradley Beal who has a no trade clause.
He can request a trade.
He can.
Why would he want to though?
He can. But
would he
why
not?
would he want to?
He just moved there. That's why he set up
Because-
his whole crib and stuff. I'm just saying, as a
I'm talking about
person,
Booker.
As a person.
Yeah.
Oh, Booker. He can request
Yeah.
a trade for sure. But what they
Yeah.
gave him? What was
After
he?
this-
3 years?
after
now?
this,
4 years?
we've had this conversation before too. After this year, right? Especially if they lose this series,
Mhm.
the Suns are in no position to make any moves.
Right.
Right. That's the only thing they can do is trade their pieces for a bunch of other pieces.
Right. Which is exactly what I'm saying. Like Devin Booker's not going to want to stay there. For what? They cannot make that team any much better than what it is right now.
Right.
Yes, they can.
Not
They
with
can
a
get a
bunch of
point
vet
guard.
minimums.
Like getting rid of all of them.
Look,
They
if I'm the front,
they
if,
have no more picks.
right, if I'm the front office, I'm saying, hey, we're gonna pick up a point guard, and Bill, you're gonna have to come off the bench. He's gonna say, I don't like that. Trade me. That's literally it.
And
That's
then you only
literally
get
all I
pennies
can
on
think
the
of.
dollar.
Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. This is all you got right now. So it's either you gonna come off the bench or we could just trade you. But you got a no trade clause, so
Wow.
come off the bench, please.
You know that's not a bad idea. I don't know. I don't
What's
know
his
the point
name?
guard.
If I'm the front office, of course.
I don't know the point guard you gonna pick up, but
I have
maybe
no
John
idea.
Wall. Could
That'd
you
be wild.
imagine?
That would be wild.
Could you imagine him losing
That'd
his
be
starting
wild.
spot to John
You really,
Wall?
you really. I don't know. I would have to look at it, but you just really need a 3 and D playmaker type of guard. You don't need nobody to go out there and score. You just need somebody like Mike Conley to set you up, set KD up, set
Mhm.
set Beal up, set Devin Booker up.
Well,
You know,
Conley looks like he's pretty happy where he's at.
Yeah.
no, I'm just saying. Yeah, you got an extension and everything. I'm just saying. Look at the field. You know, maybe a reunion with CP3.
Nah.
Wait. Before we move on to this next topic, this just in. Nas Reed, 6th Man of the Year.
Wow.
Well deserved.
Well deserved. And we didn't even mention him when we was talking about the T-Wolves Suns matchup. We didn't even mention Nas Reed. They are a real team.
Yeah. People laughed at this trade. People laughed at his trade.
And he's the first Timberwolves player to ever win the award.
Wow. Congratulations to Nas Reed.
Congrats, Nas Reed.
And shout out to Tyrese Maxey for winning Most Improved Player.
Yeah.
He's really showing why he won that award.
He averaged 20 last year, so whatever.
Yeah, I feel like it should have been Kobe, right? But it's cool.
Yeah.
I honestly think that they took into account that Kobe White averaged 15 one year.
Did he?
He averaged 15, then he dropped down to 9, and then he went up to like 19.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So I personally believe they took into account of that, but I feel like the jump with Maxey with the making the All-Star team.
Yeah, but see, that's the case. I'll put Brunson because he wasn't an All-Star last year or on NBA, and he's an MVP.
Maxey jumped 6 points though, I believe.
Okay, yeah. Brunson dropped what, 4?
No,
from 24 to 28.
Yeah.
Maxey went from like 20 to like 25.6.9, something like that.
Yeah. See, I was still would have picked Brunson. Because the elevation was higher, and they were essentially in the same place. Well, Brunson was already better, but at the same time, he was playing alongside. Tyrese was playing alongside James Harden.
Right.
Eating up shots. So James Harden's gone. Naturally he will have more shots to take.
True. Yeah.
But anyway, Lakers Denver Nuggets matchup. Lakers got hit with a dagger. It's crazy. I don't know what happens now. It feels like they may get swept. It's feeling like they get swept. They feel like they're not cohesive. The chemistry feels off. It feels weird. The coach is upset. Well, they're upset with the coach. AD saying like he doesn't. Sometimes they don't know what's going on offense and defense. That's crazy to me. How you don't know what's going on offense and defense. And
I could understand that.
No, it's the playoffs. What are you saying? You're playing with LeBron James. How do you not know what's going on offense and defense?
That's the thing. The coach is saying one thing, and then LeBron on the court is saying another.
That's a problem.
That is a problem.
And then the Lakers
isn't that every year?
The Lakers just put out that they support Darvin Ham. They're gonna lose this first round. And if they lose this first round, I think, and there's no changes. There's gonna be some changes coming through. But before we even get there, let's talk about how you felt about this game, this series, Chris. I know how Henny feels. He's hurt.
So I watched the whole game, and
I would hope
the Lakers started out red hot. Anthony Davis had it going. I believe he had 28 points in the first half. Joker had no answer in the pick and roll. LeBron AD pick and roll. And it just came down to coaching adjustments. Aaron Gordon switched on to Anthony Davis, and Caldwell Pope switched on to LeBron. And that switched the entire dynamic of the game. Lakers had a 20-point lead. Once that switch happened, the whole dynamic of that pick and roll was shut down. AD went from having 28 first half points to, I believe, 4 in the second half.
I don't think he scored in the second half.
No, I think he scored in the second half. He had like the opening bucket of the second half.
Yeah,
I remember.
Yeah.
And that just can't happen. There has to be an adjustment on the Lakers end once they see that happen, right? You have to figure out what can work. Getting Joker back into that pick and roll, you have to do it by any means. Figure out how to get him back in. Do it what works. You see that Caldwell Pope and Aaron Gordon have more foot speed than Joker, so clearly they can defend it better, which is why Mike Malone made that adjustment, which was genius. But there also has to be a counter for their counter as a coach.
Yes.
And that wasn't done. You literally sank with letting them defend it like that the entire game, and they literally just inched their way right back and clawed right back into the game, which led to the dagger shot from Jamal Murray at the end. He was also struggling as well, and he got it going later on to the game. And I think what separates the Denver Nuggets from other teams is just their discipline and consistency. You just look at you see Joker, right? He's just so consistent. He doesn't settle for threes, right? He hit 2 threes in the first half, right? And the Lakers are still leaving him open, and he decides not to take those shots. He wants to they run their offense. They try to get the best shot available every possession, right? You would have thought Joker was struggling, and then when you looked at the end of the game, he had historical numbers.
Yeah.
What he's done has only been done, I think, 8 times, and 4 of them are from him.
Yeah.
Oh man, that is funny.
Yeah.
So it's and that's what it takes to be a championship team in this league. It's just having that discipline as a unit, as a collective unit, and your star player being that discipline and someone you could go to and rely on down the stretch of a game where you know what he's gonna bring. They gave it to Joker, and it was just they needed a 3 to tie the game. Do you think Denver settled for a 3? No, we gave it to Joker in the post, and he got 3 the hard way. It's a more efficient shot. It's and you know what you're gonna get from him in the post. You're gonna get a good shot out of it every single time. And that's what makes you a championship team. Shout out to Michael Porter Jr. too for being able to play through these hard times in his life. He's locking in, playing with a heavy heart, and still being able to come through with these big shots and lighten it up for his team.
And
he said it. On the Lakers side, there's no excuse. You're up 20. You have LeBron James, who we just seen manage the clock against the Pelicans. We just seen it. He was such a maestro in that game, and that says a lot about the Denver Nuggets, how they stayed together and came back and hit the buzzer beater. That I feel they should never been in that predicament. They really shouldn't have. They should have, like Chris said, countered the counter, and it was a chess move. The way it felt like chess the way they came back.
Yeah,
because they just this is what you guys are doing. Okay, let me make a adjustment, a halftime adjustment, and they came back. And the fact that there was no answer to that by the coach, LeBron, it's mind-boggling. It's really mind-boggling. It was just a switch of players, and you guys are not going to run this anymore, and we're just gonna run our offense. It's crazy, and I can see that how what AD said. I can see it on the court. I can see people not knowing where to be, offense, defense, and that's another reason why they end up giving up the lead. On the other hand, I did have Denver winning, but I had Denver winning in 5. But seeing that they're at least able to get to a 20-point lead against Denver, I have Denver in 7.
Really?
Yeah, I have Denver in 7.
You think this series gets extended?
Yeah, for sure. I don't think that
You think they're right there?
So my thing is, it's just hard for me to see, knowing that they can get a 20-point lead on this team at their house, and for it to not have them get outplayed, but it was a mental breakdown. I can't see LeBron having two mental breakdowns like that.
What do you mean? They had
In
one
my
game
opinion.
one.
I guess
They haven't won. They haven't.
I get that, but that's the fill them out one. The second one where they could have won, knowing that they could have won,
Yeah.
and it was a mental thing. I think Denver's still gonna win, but it's gonna go to 7.
I think the scarier part is that they had a 20-point lead, and then the Nuggets figured them out.
And a half.
And along with that, D'Angelo Russell played well, and they still lost.
Can't blame him,
right? And they've been throwing him under the bus a lot. Every time they lose to Denver and saying it's on him, right? And he showed up.
Yeah,
he showed up and showed out consistently throughout the game, making the right plays, hitting big shots, silencers. As Denver was making runs, he would silence the runs with big shot after big shot. And and we had this conversation too earlier about a couple of games we saw. Bron took a shot very early because I think Caldwell Pope fell, and he settled for the 3, which gave Denver all of that time to be able to get that shot.
Yeah.
It's why I understand you open.
Yeah.
But it's like why settle? Why settle being
he was open though. That's just you make it, you the hero, you miss, you the villain.
No, absolutely. But I'm just saying, we talk about time management.
For sure.
You know what happens if you miss.
Yeah.
You miss. It's not like you're down. It's not like you're down.
It's LeBron though. If he makes
he's the most clutch player in the NBA statistically. If you want to look at the numbers, we can.
Yeah, if he misses it, I mean, if for LeBron, for anybody else, I think that's probably a bad shot. Maybe 39-year-old LeBron is a bad shot. Maybe you are right, Chris. Maybe you're right.
I didn't say it was a bad shot. That's not what I'm saying.
But he shot it too early.
Right. I'm just saying, and I also think the fact that it's a tie game.
Right.
I wouldn't have settled. It's not a bad shot at all. I just wouldn't have settled that early with giving them that much time, right, to be able to get that shot off. Right? I would have tried to get, at least drove to the basket hard, right? LeBron going to the basket with a full steam with a lane. I'm taking that because nobody is going to go up there with him. So he's either going to get blocked, he's either going to get fouled, or they're going to clear the lane, which takes more time off the clock. So I just think settling for the 3 just wasn't a good idea because the Nuggets weren't forced to call a timeout because now it's a tie game. And they were able to get a good shot out of it. You left them 15 to 16 seconds.
Yeah, you gave them some time.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's a bad shot at all.
I mean,
I just think
you don't lose a game in one play, right? I'm not saying you are saying.
Oh,
that.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. No.
I'm not saying you're saying that. Don't have me JJ Redick myself. But they need more from Reeves. You know what I mean? They need more from their bench. They need more from Prince. They need more from Gabe. 0 points. Gabe Vincent 0 points in 15 minutes.
He's been awful.
So I actually have a funny statistic.
1 turnover. Dinwiddie 2 at 0 points in 10 minutes. 1 turnover. 2 fouls. What are we doing? Reeves.
So I have
1 for 5 from 3.
I have a funny bench statistic. So the entire Lakers bench in games 1 and 2 has scored 0 points. Taurean Prince has all of the bench points from games 1 and 2. 17 points to 0 for the rest of the bench.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's tough. That's tough. They got and the thing about it too, like they missing Vanderbilt right now. They're missing Vandal.
Yeah.
He could return for game 3, I
clutch.
believe.
He was so clutch for them.
I saw a notification, I believe, yesterday. It was during the game. I think during this game they said Vanderbilt could return for game 3.
Yeah.
It's so funny because also on Twitter, a couple of Lakers fans on there they don't like when Taurean Prince plays, and they really want to see Maxi Christie. They want to see
Max
him
Christie.
play because he's a great. The things that
He's a
he
good
showed,
shooter.
he's a great two-way player.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great two-way player. He can knock down the three, and he plays.
But it's the playoffs. He gonna get picked apart.
Yeah, I understand. He's young.
He's gonna
Experience
get picked apart.
wins.
Yeah,
experience.
He,
That's why Batum is playing a bunch of minutes because of experience. So I get it. But when he plays and he turns on, we're probably gonna be like, oh, why he ain't play? Oh man, he should have been playing. I think he's one of those type of players. That's what I'm getting from the Laker fans.
We're gonna see. Yeah. The Lakers definitely.
He's like our McBride. He's hiding.
They
got something on the bench.
The bench definitely got to give him something.
Yeah, for sure.
Rui going 1 for 7 is tough. They got to figure this out.
Yeah.
Bucks Pacers. This was a goodie. This was on NBA. Game 2 was on NBA TV. Game 1, Dame had 35 in the first half.
What happened second?
They kind of
won.
Some
That's all that matters.
Oh, okay. No worries. Let's talk about the next game.
He had 26 in the first half.
The next game?
Yeah, he had 26 in the first half.
How did it end?
They lost.
Dame Dollars. The segment is for you, Dex, by the way.
Dame Dollars. So tell me, bro. Tell me how y'all feel about the Bucks beating on them little kids, and then the little kids, like they went to get their big brother, like Siakam just woke up or some crazy stuff and then turned up second.
I had Pacers sweeping them. So now I have Pacers. I have Pacers in 5. That's contingent on Giannis's health. So as long as Giannis don't play, I have them winning that game. I just think this style of play does not win you games. Great defensively without Giannis, and they're older. This style of basketball can win you a series. Can win you a series. They shot a lot of threes. They shoot a lot of threes, and they push the ball. That's it. It's as basic as that. But if you don't have the personnel to cover for that, you're going to be in trouble, man. You're going to be in trouble. And Dame with this, I'm going to play for the first quarter, and y'all figure out the rest, ain't cutting it, bro. It ain't cutting it. This was the time we talked about it. Chris stated this is the time that Dame gets in rhythm.
Right.
He gets in rhythm, and then he just chills. We need him to play the whole game. And if they continue to do this and the Pacers get to play their style of basketball, I think this is the only team that won't be able to compete without their star player, because he's such a defensive dominant. He's defensive. He makes a difference. He dominates defensively. He makes a difference. So
right.
I got now they won the first one. I got them going 3 straight.
You
Pacers,
got them going 3 straight?
Yes.
No way.
Absolutely.
No way.
Contingent, all contingent on Giannis's health. I got them going 3 straight.
Before I let you go, Chris, Tyrese Halliburton hasn't been playing well in these playoffs. I don't even know what he scored in game 2. But
12 and 12.
He went what?
12. He had 12 points, 12 assists.
Yeah, he's just not a factor.
Understand? There's a champion that is. on that team.
Siakam,
We don't talk about him a lot. Yeah.
Siakam is looking like that guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this is his team.
Right.
And that's cool, but I feel like they're gonna outsmart them. They're gonna out execute them. Dame was taking in game 2. Dame was taking a lot of. He's playing like Portland Dame, which is cool, but he has to manage the game. He's not managing the game well.
Yeah.
Right, and I think that right there be the difference between wins and losses. Yeah. He's not managing the game well, and I think because Pat Bev seems to be the one running the point guard, and I don't see how that is going to continue to work.
I agree. I see it. You see him out there putting people in positions and telling them where to go. That's not gonna. That's not gonna work.
That's not gonna work. I mean, Pat Bev missing 94 feet. If he's playing well on Tyrese, they're guarding him well because he's breaking everything. Yeah. But transition defense got to be better. That's really what it is. It's like they're not in shape to play transition defense with this high pace offense.
Yeah. Yo, they rely. You could just see it. I know it's playoff basketball. You should be able to make adjustments. But when you play 82 games, 83 games plus, even play inaugural tournament, whatever. They relied so much on Giannis, and for him not to be here, now I gotta defend now. Oh, I got to play this. Oh, Giannis is not here, so I kind of got to stay in the paint. I can't go out there for the 3. So it's like I think that mental part that you just talked about, that's probably what's messing with them more so than they will be able to outsmart.
They got Dame.
Understand that.
I think their issue right now is defensively. Like to Henny's point, having Giannis not being able, they have no answer for Siakam. Who can they put on him? They don't, and that would have been Giannis's coverage,
right?
And not having a superstar 2-way player out and having him out of the lineup just hurts so much because and you see it. Their problem is not really offensively,
right?
Offensively, they're pretty okay,
right?
But it's just defending. And then when you're turning the ball over and they're getting out in transition so quickly and they're scoring. And Miles Turner, I believe me and you, HB, were having the conversation. The Pacers just looked more so just out of rhythm the first game. Like they had really good shots and they were just missing badly.
Yeah.
Good shots. Like Miles Turner was wide open a lot in the first game and it just wasn't clicking. But I knew once they started, all of them started clicking and meshing and getting in rhythm, Tyrese Halliburton just gets everybody to their spots.
Right.
Yeah, he might not be playing well offensively, right? Scoring the ball, but what he's doing facilitating wise and running the team like what we expect Dame to be doing, that is what's making it so it's making the Pacers look like they're doing it with ease.
Right.
They're moving the ball, they're getting to their spots. He's finding the open man. And they did the same thing in game 1. They were just missing shots.
Listen, so they in game 1, you could tell like there were some people who never played playoff basketball before.
Right.
The intensity got to them. No matter what Tyrese Halliburton said, talking about, we played in more hostile crowds in those last 2 nights that we played last 2 games. No, I disagree. We watched you. And you know how much I don't believe you, Tyrese Halliburton? Your voice changed. I didn't know what you were saying. I thought it was my phone. I'm like, yo, what's going on with my phone? How his voice just changed like that? Who's that? So that's
you know the thing.
I don't believe that guy. That whoever that AI person was, it wasn't you. I don't believe him.
You know the thing about Tyrese is that he ain't have a good score and he only had 12, but those 12 assists is worth 20, 30 points for counter.
True.
So
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
True.
So that's scary because he didn't have a good score night, but he still was affecting the game, and that's really how they're gonna. I hate that. I hate 3-point shooting teams that only rely on the three because you're going to defeat yourself by shooting threes.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of teams have lost like that. Boston, what's this? Houston Rockets with James Harden.
Right.
They died by the three.
Right.
So I just don't see them. I don't see them dying by the three in this series, man. I just don't see it. I just don't see it.
And then the Pacers had the other step up too.
Yeah.
Nemhard 20 points. You had TJ McConnell hitting big shots.
Obi Toppin, 9 and 8.
Obi Toppin knocking down threes. Well, he had 1 3, but he knocked down a 3. He was playing well. So it's just they have other guys getting in rhythm as well, which is just, and the role players are known for playing better at home.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes this a very
They love the crowd. They love the crowd.
Very, very scary situation for Milwaukee to be in, dropping game 2. You know, I just don't want it to be a situation where they rush Giannis back.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah. I think they watched the KD situation enough to know, like, Giannis, if you can't walk,
he's walking. He's on the court.
No, I'm just saying if he can't do something little, whatever the thing is,
he's just been stationary shooting shots.
If he can't do nothing long, I am not. You're not playing.
Yeah.
You're not playing.
Yeah,
you're not playing. It'll make no sense. It's one series. There'll be plenty more.
Well, I mean, I agree with you.
Next year,
I don't think he should rush himself back. I think he should take his time and come back. But losing in the first round after giving up so much like that, is kind of insane.
I mean, yeah, it's insane, but I mean, you didn't bring Dame here to play without Giannis. You brought him here to play with Giannis.
And then they fired their coach, who was 30-13, and they've been 500 since then with their new coach.
The craziest situation ever. I didn't even get to mention Doc Rivers in this whole segment. Oh my god.
Get your piece
now
up.
When you
get your piece up.
Now when you get a less talented team, we'll see your real colors, my brother. We'll see your.
He gonna get another.
We'll see your real colors, my brother. Now you have a less talented team. We'll see your real colors. No more of that. No more of them 2+ Hall of Famers. You only got 1. Let's see your real colors, my brother. Coach. Who?
You said what?
Who? He said he got 2 Hall of Famers. I said who?
He got 2 Hall of Famers.
Next.
Got Dame and Giannis.
Oh, no, he has 1. Giannis not playing. He has 1, and I don't even believe Dame is a Hall of Famer. So,
I mean, he's top 75. You're nutty, but
don't matter.
It does. But this goes to Tom Thibodeau. He's winning with one of his superstars. Only one of them. That's all I'm saying. Tom Tibbs needs more credit. He needs more credit. He's did a great coaching job.
Listen. He NBA players voted him for least likely to be coached by. They don't got the heart to do it.
They soft.
They soft. They mad soft.
Yep.
And I bet you them players, when they seen the Garden rocking the other day, wherever they play, don't be rocking like that. It don't be rocking like game 2 in the Garden. It don't be rocking like that, no matter where they go. You see,
they love to visit. They don't like to stay.
Starks? Hold on. Let me.
That's your era, old man.
Ain't nothing like the Garden, man.
You seen John Starks, Melo, Latrell Sprewell turning out together?
Yeah.
That's
3 hours of Knicks basketball.
Come on, bro. Come on. You seen Larry Johnson there? LJ? You seen Bernard King 2 rows back? Come on. Clyde calling a game? Come on. The Garden was going crazy. I can't wait until this offseason. I can't wait. I really don't. I don't want to go on a tangent. I don't want to go on a tangent.
This is the show to do it.
Listen, nah, because I don't want to. You know, what I mean, we were talking about. Let's finish this conversation we were talking about. Let's Dallas Mavs, LA Clippers, because I could talk about the Knicks all day. The Dallas Mavs, LA Clippers matchup, they tied it. Luka was locked up game 1. He came back and turned up game 2.
Luka Magic.
Kyrie. Oh, wait, Kawhi came back in game 2. Looked like
Sure
he should have stayed out a little bit. You know what I mean? James Harden balled out in game 1, and then he thought that he can ball out back-to-back playoff games. And James,
we knew this was happening.
Listen, James, you are an amazing basketball player, but balling out in back-to-back playoff games, that is not you. We know that. You should have been a decoy. He gonna tell a reporter, I can still score. We listen. You don't gotta prove it to nobody. We believe you. You don't gotta prove it to us. We believe you. All right? Now swing the ball to PG, please.
I'm weak.
2 for 11. We don't need that. Read the game.
I don't want to start off with offense. I want to talk about Luka's defense. He's not known to be a defensive player. He played for the season. He actually was an above average defensive player. His defensive rating was 112.6. The league average is like 116, I believe. The lower the number, the better your defense. Whatever. So he's a lot above average defensive player. So last night now, the players that he's guarded, which was I can't remember off the top of my head.
PG Kawhi and Paul George.
And PG Kawhi and Paul George. Okay.
No, PG Kawhi and James Harden.
Here we go. They did not score a bucket when guarded by Luka Doncic. That is absurd. That's absurd. He was down there saying, all right, don't send no help. I got it. I'm going to lock down whoever I'm guarding. And credit to him for not only being a offensive domino, he was a defensive maestro when it counted.
Gotta give credit when credit's due. We kill him when they don't play defense. And when they get picked apart, because when he was getting picked apart, the world was killing him when he was getting picked apart.
It's so funny. I always said to myself, like, what else can Luka do? He's doing everything. Is it the team? No. This is the next level for him. It's taking defense serious. This is his next level. We're seeing it. This is his next level
because he's capable.
If he's able to keep up this defensive rating for season after season, he's gonna have a bunch of MVPs, a bunch of playoff appearances in his near future.
Chris?
Yeah, I mean, Luka said it at the end of the game. He said, this is playoff time, and people always kill me, and the haters will kill me, but they wanted to double when I was guarding them, and I told him not leave it. He said, I take pride in my defense as well, and I had to show it. He was contesting very, very well, staying in front of his defenders. And along with doing that, they ripped them apart on the offensive end, as we expect, knocking down tough shot after tough shot. And the others too. I mean, the others playing defense. You see Derrick Jones Jr., his length. Again, I said it earlier in one of our other pods too. His length too helps a lot on defense. Having Gafford and PJ Washington. PJ Washington stepping up. Also on the offensive end. Knocking down big shots, making big plays. The Clippers are in a world of trouble, because the last thing you wanted was Dallas to steal one, because now they have home court advantage. They're in rhythm. They're figuring it out. And And granted, Russ didn't shoot that well, but Russ still had a plus minus of 8.
Yeah, because Russ is not just giving you buckets. Russ is gonna give you
Yeah.
everything, effort.
Everything, yeah.
Russ is their version of Josh Hart,
Yeah.
right? Like he can do anything, right? Russ can score, whatever the game needs. He can go and do. He gonna guard. Look at him right now. He guarding Luka, right? Like he break toughness.
You see them just throw the ball.
Yeah. You know, like that's Russ. Russ gonna give you all that. Like you said, we gotta give a shout out to PJ Washington, and we gotta give a shout out to Jason Kidd because he got out coached in game 1. Jason Kidd got out coached in game 1. He came back and did a better job in game 2.
Yeah,
for the
Clippers is gonna be. They got to figure out who's gonna step up and be that guy.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be PG?
So
It was harder in game 1. Kawhi is back, but someone has to match what Luka brings offensively to the Mavs, scoring wise. You got to get those. That effort has to be given by one of those 3.
Bro,
you can't have all 3 of them.
Him taking
you can't have all 3 of them.
Terrible idea.
Yeah, all three of them scoring 15 to 20 points. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. That just looks like you're just trying to keep everybody happy. You score 15, you score 20, you score 20. No, one of them have to be able to take over and be that guy.
Right.
So my question is, what whatever y'all picked to win this specific series, did it change or is it still the same?
Well, the Clippers shocked me in game 1, so I got Dallas in 5.
Who did I have? I don't even remember. Does anybody remember?
You had Dallas in 5, I believe.
I had Dallas in 5. That's disrespectful.
I think you did.
Nah, I don't think so. We gotta check the tape.
I believe you have Mavs in 5.
Did I have Mavs in 5?
It sounds like something you'll say, right? When you heard Mavs in 5, right? It sounds like you play back in your brain, like, damn, I might have said that.
I don't know, man. I really don't know. And they won. They won by 3. I mean, they control the game down the stretch, but Kawhi Leonard coming back, they got to figure out how they're gonna mesh him in. Ty Lue, I think this is a Ty Lue versus Jason Kidd head coaching battle. It's hard to go against Ty Lue. So I'm
you also got to remember the little what word am I looking for? The little feud between Harden and Kyrie.
Yeah, because every time Kyrie guarded him, he really take pride in guarding James Harden.
Yeah, like they was teammates, and partially why Harden left was because of Kyrie.
So, interesting. Now you gotta watch this series a little bit closer.
So Kyrie takes this matchup.
I got Clippers in 6. I don't remember what I said, but I got Clippers in 6. They gonna win.
I had Mavs in 6. I thought about changing it the first game. I'm like, dang, look at this team. Ain't no way. But then they won the next game. I'm like, oh, look at this team. Ain't no way.
Y'all in Dallas.
Dallas in 6, man.
I got Clippers in 6.
In Dallas.
I got Clippers in 6. There's no way. There's no way
Mavs
they lose.
In
5?
Mavs in 5.
Tough.
There's no way they lose.
Mavs in 5, baby. Mavs in 5, baby.
Yeah, it's no way. I'm sorry. It's no way. It's no way. I just can't go against. I can't go against Ty Lue. I can't go against Ty Lue. Real quick, the 1-8 matchups. OKC versus the Pelicans. If the Pelicans had Zion, I would say the Pelicans because that's really what they need. They need Zion. And the problem is Zion's never there. And the problem is we always say the same thing. They need Zion. When they need him most, he is not there. Right? So I don't know. I got OKC in 4, 5 maybe. They was nervous that game 1. Yeah, I got OKC. I got OKC in 5.
I got OKC in 6.
I got New Orleans in 6.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't believe in the youth. I don't believe in the youth.
I just don't see them. I mean, I felt like when they first came out. I mean, we're gonna watch game 2 tonight. But in game 1, they were shooting. I don't know. I just felt like the intensity was too much for them. They were just nervous.
Who? Thunder?
OKC. Yeah, they were just nervous.
Yeah.
They were just nervous. And they were getting out coached too. Right? And they were missing a lot of shots that they usually make. They were missing a lot of shots. A lot of shots. And then you if the game gonna get close, I got SGA every single time. Every single time. If the game is close, I got SGA every single time. Possession game, SGA. My MVP.
If the Pelicans were in the East, they would be a 3rd seed. So this is why I think they're gonna win. I think their experience is gonna kick in. I just don't see the Thunder. I understand.
Valanciunas is kicking ass.
Troy Murphy is a excellent backup. Excellent backup. He should be a starter, but Zion is playing in front of him. I believe he plays a 3, maybe.
Yeah.
No, he don't play the 3.
He's a guard.
No, Murphy.
Trey Murphy.
He's a power forward. He's a forward. It's him and Ingram. CJ McCollum.
Herbert Jones.
CJ McCollum, Herbert Jones, Murphy, Ingram, and Valanciunas.
Okay. Valanciunas been going off. He's been playing really well.
Yeah. He's a non-jumping big who knows how to use his body. Chet's a good defender, but that's that experience. When's the last time we heard Valanciunas going off?
That was a great question.
Yeah, there we go.
Valanciunas, you got New Orleans in 6. Boston Heat.
Boston in 1.
They're playing right now.
Boston in 4.
Boston in 4, man. It's not even a conversation to be had. Miami will have stretches where they make it a little competitive, but they just don't have enough to beat Boston.
Yeah,
especially with the loss of Jimmy.
This and Cleveland, I think it's going to be a sweep.
Cleveland Mavs is a sweep.
Yeah.
Nah, the Cavs.
Youth, man, I just don't believe in the youth.
The Cavs to me are frauds. I think the Cavs do win, but I think they probably win in 7.
Well, look,
I don't.
I think that first game, I think the Magic punked them and still lost.
Say that again.
The Magic punked them. The Magic played harder and punked them and still lost. I think that was their best. I don't think they could get better than that.
They're going for that team, for that series, the Cavs series. Every home team is gonna win. That's my prediction. And it goes 7. Every home team wins.
Okay.
Eyesonpodium podcast, episode 86. Now we can just go watch the game. It's an early pod.
I could finally go to sleep.
All right. We out of here. Episode 86.
I don't read no comments. I don't care what they say. Time and place, we can talk about it. Last night I was wildin'. Made 2K over 2K. It's a new day and I'm back to problem. account be crowded. By next June, need 5 rooms, soundproof, watch them doubt it. Hey, they try to talk me out it. I done wasted some greatness just sitting there trying to think about it. I go John Moran and give all of my homies rollies. I'm a hot pick, rolling with me, gon' be low-key. Best believe it's more of us, but today I'm dolly. Grab me by the hand, damn, she don't even know me. Open, hit the corner for the 3, nobody noticed them. Catch me out in traffic, keep it curry when I'm closing up. No one should be talking, eyes on a podium. Yeah, no one should be talking, eyes on podium.